Hey Geeks, welcome back to the Geeksiders Show. This is episode 3 of the Geeksiders Show. My name is Josh.
And I'm Anna.
And tonight we're reviewing Dark Matter 304, titled All the Time in the World.
If you haven't seen this episode yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, you're going to want to skip this video and come back later, because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler.
And stick around after the review because we are going to do an unboxing of Bambox. Alright, getting into the episode, All the Time in the World. This might be my favorite episode of Dark Matter ever.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
It started out as like Groundhog Day and ended up as Quantum Leap. And I love that. It kind of transitioned from like what you said just a few minutes ago before we started filming.
Yeah, it was like very funny and happy-go-lucky in the beginning, and then it very, very quickly got like serious and then just like mind-blowing with the possibilities.
And it got dark.
Yeah,
it got
dark.
real dark there towards the end. And that's
the
the first thing I want to talk about, because that to me I think is the most important part about this episode, is what Android saw. First of all, we don't she like leapt back and forth in her own timeline, and it's kind of unclear if any of it took place in the past. I don't think any of it took place in the past. I think it was all in the future, because if any of it was in the past, it was the scene where 3 shot her, but everything else seemed like it was the future, so why wouldn't it all be in the future? So that's kind of ambiguous, and I think that's intentional, and I like it, but I do think it's all in the future.
Yeah, I tend to agree, because most of the other stuff was very future, because she had time to interact and she didn't recall the situation. So if it was in the past, she would have recalled the situation. So it makes me think it was in the future. And that was the only scene where she didn't have the time, and which makes me think, what happens that 3 shoots Android?
Yeah. And what happens where she gets disassembled?
Oh my god, right?
My gosh, that was probably the most stressful scene for me, is seeing Android in that position. But then also, when she jumped way into the future, and like all the stars are gone, and 5's super old, and everyone else is dead, and Android has this amazing look. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
it was really cool.
Cosplay?
Oh my god. She had like one red eye and like some like
cybernetic
stuff on her face. In fact, I thought it was a previous incarnation of her, so I thought we were in the past at first, because it wasn't very future from her. It was kind of a call back. But they're out in like BFE in the galaxy, so maybe 5's doing the repairs on her, and that's why it's not as lifelike as it should be, or would be normal.
She had like some kind of implant, like it looked like a Borg implant or something. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe that's an exterior upgrade of some kind.
Maybe it's illegal tech.
Maybe. I mean, it could literally, be anything.
Yeah.
And that's in the scene where she was disassembled. We know that has to be in the future because of the chip that the doctor called her out on.
Yeah, she had the chip already.
Like at first, I thought that was going to be in the past, and that would be like where Porsche met Android. Like Porsche broke her out of that facility or something, and that's how they met. Because I know that's coming.
Yeah.
We know from Joe Malozzi, spoiler alert, he told us that is coming.
Yeah, we're going to figure out the Porsche Android story, which is super, super exciting.
Yeah, that will be an upcoming episode. Yeah. And it seemed like, I don't know, it was just kind of all over the place in the best possible way.
Yeah, it's like my mind has too much information and it doesn't know how to process right now.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Like I said, it started out as kind of Groundhog Day, and it was really funny. Oh
my god, it was so funny.
And what I really liked was it started out, and he had been through this day like a dozen times.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have to sit through oh my gosh, wait a second, the same thing happened yesterday.
Yeah,
we didn't have to sit through him figuring it out.
Which is so refreshing, because every time a movie or a show does like a Groundhog Day type episode, they always show it right from the beginning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, just get past this part. Like I want to get me in where he's already been doing this for numerous times. Our cats just went crazy.
Yeah, our cats were playing like crazy. I was looking at Giselle and her butt was wiggling. I was like, oh, they're gonna go after it, and then they played for like two seconds and now they're tired. The other thing that I liked about this particular time loop scenario is it's not always when the day is over. It's anytime he loses consciousness.
Yes.
So even if like you got knocked out for a second, like he woke up immediately, it resets the day.
Yeah, and I really like that too because he could shorten certain days.
Yeah.
And I like that we don't really know how long he was in there. He had to have been in it for a long time.
Became fluent in French.
Yeah, because he became fluent in French. And if anybody out there has learned a second language, you know that doesn't happen overnight.
Especially as an adult.
Yeah, as an adult, exactly. Even studying it constantly all day is going to take...
years.
Well, it's going to take at least a year because he was doing it from wake up to go to bed. So, I mean, like, at least a year of that dedicated of study, which was kind of crazy that 3 was... Like, how many times did he really go through this before he came on that plan? Because he must have been really desperate to put in the time and effort to learn French for this.
Because 3 is not the kind of guy who's, like, eager to learn.
Yeah, and so, I'm like, why didn't you keep on with the engine part?
He gave up on that and decided to learn a language.
And like, you could have learned that eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, he learned it in French, so eventually he would have got that repetition down. But instead he was like, let's just learn French.
The thing is, Anthony Lemke, who plays 3, is fluent in French in real life. And so Joe Malozzi, he's the creator and the showrunner. He tunes in to our live watch parties, and he was in the chat, and I was kind of teased. I was like, well, you should have, given him a hard time,
Yeah, like
make him learn German
or
Gaelic or something really hard. But I mean, it's using an actor's talents, existing talents, which is really, really smart.
Yes.
Like if somebody's an amazing singer or amazing pianist or something, write an episode where they use that talent. I think that's awesome.
Yes, definitely.
Next, I want to move on to the bounty hunter Ash. I'm really interested in this character because he has this phasing technology, but it's not like...
It's not a device.
It's not
At least it's
device
not an external
on
device.
his body.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an implant of some kind, or maybe...
he grabs his wrist when he does it.
Or maybe he's an alien.
Ooh, yeah.
I hope he's an alien. I really want to be
Rio was disappointed when he lost him, saying he was the only one who could do it. The only one who could infiltrate them. So... I wonder if he's the only one capable of the phasing.
Right. And then he phased into the wall, but he got shot at the same time, and then got stuck in the wall.
Yes, and it totally looked like Han Solo in the Carbonite.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
And then they made a remark that he maybe for this phasing technology has to really focus to use it. So I think maybe he didn't get actually shot. Maybe he was just distracted by being shot at.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Distracted enough that he.
Whatever it was, they have a permanent, statue
of this
in the wall now, and it's I hope we just get shots throughout the season where they walk by it and he's there.
He's just like.
And if he is an alien, he might not be dead. He might just be stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
It's very true.
There's a lot of stuff you could do with just that.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. And the last thing I want to talk about for this review is 3 and his interactions with Sarah. Yeah. We got to see that. He's living this time loop, and it takes him a while to get used to the idea of going to visit her. And the first time he goes in, he stays for a couple of seconds, and he just can't take it. But he keeps going back.
Yeah.
And Sarah, she's stuck in the time loop too. And so I was wondering, but before we found out that she was stuck in the time loop, what if she's not? What if she's for her, it's been 30 years or whatever, and then suddenly he comes in and he hasn't aged a day. I was wondering if it was going to be something like that, and then it wasn't, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that 3 has finally warmed to the idea that this actually is Sarah.
It was a lot for him to process, and the fact that it kept repeating gave him the time to process it without hurting her. Mm-hmm. Because in his processing, he failed to realize that she woke up one day as a computer program. Mm-hmm. She was human, and then she was a computer program, and how disjointed that must have made her feel. Yeah. And he never really considered that because he was so stuck on how he felt.
And as a computer, she doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
And she's there alone 24/7.
Yeah.
That's gotta be the most depressing situation. And so the fact that now he's accepting and he's going in and visiting her. It's just, oh my gosh, it's
so much better for her.
It's so much better for her, and oh my gosh, I hope they find another body for Sarah and they can download her consciousness into it.
Like an Android.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they get an Android and they can upload her into it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
I feel so bad for Sarah.
Oh my god.
But at the same time, because 3 is now open to visiting her and spending time with her and accepting that it feels real to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm happy for her, but I'm also sad for her.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all we have for this review. Let's go into our unboxing. This time we're unboxing Bambox. This has been sitting like every other box that we have that we haven't unboxed. We have a bunch that have been sitting here for weeks and weeks and weeks waiting to be unboxed. And this is actually going to be our last Bambox unboxing. I have unsubscribed. Not because they did anything wrong or anything like that. It's just financially... We're
saving money. We want to buy a house.
So. Yeah, so we had to scale back on the boxes.
Yes.
So, going into Bambox, which is a really cool box. If you can afford it, I would definitely recommend it. It's one of the better boxes out there. Although this one feels really light.
Oh, yeah, it does.
There doesn't feel like there's a whole lot in it, so I'm kind of apprehensive.
We shall see.
What? Okay, what's the first thing here? Baba Yaga. It's a bullet.
It is a bullet. Oh, it's a can opener.
Your dad
bottle
makes those.
opener. Yeah, my dad does make these. I wonder if he made this one. I should bring it in. Like, did you make this?
And his dad has a machine shop.
Yeah, and he makes these bullet bottle openers for beer bottles. Yeah.
Custom. Is that supposed to be Baba Yaga?
Oh, I don't know who Baba Yaga is.
Baba Yaga is he was in that show that we watched, Lost Girl, for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Baba Yaga. Okay.
She's like a witch or something. Mm-hmm. At least that's what she was in Lost Girl. Here we have a Punisher print. Punishing since 1974. It looks like it's signed by the artist.
Very cool.
Number 1,292 out of 3,000. That's a pretty sweet piece of art. I like it. Let's see. Adam MacArthur, CEO of the Bambox. Blah, blah, that's not who signed it.
Artist.
Dave Perillo.
Very cool.
And what is this? Oh, neat!
Ooh.
That is Sabretooth from the first ever X-Men movie. Tyler Mane was his name. We got a Tyler Mane autograph. That's pretty rad. Nice. Alright, and that was it for this Bambox. But Bambox sent us like a bonus gift.
This looks like it has two.
Is there two things in it?
It looks like it. I'm going to open it because it does look like there's two things in it. It might just be extra cardboard to make sure it doesn't. Yeah.
But we gotta open it and make sure.
Check. Yeah, it's a second piece of cardboard. No, it's just a super thick piece of cardboard that made it look like there's a piece of paper. Okay. Just super cardboard. Super cardboard.
Super cardboard here. It's a cardboard with an S on it.
Yes.
Okay. Bambox did send us a bonus box, and I have no idea why. I didn't buy a bonus box. I wasn't expecting a bonus box. Maybe because we unsubscribed, it's like a present, like, hey, come back, we'll give you this free thing. I have no idea what this is. Pardon our progress. This is obviously not the Bambox you're used to seeing. That is because we are redesigning the box. Next month you will see the new design. Blah, 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 blah. Except this plain box, knowing what's inside.
So is this maybe supposed to be our last one?
Maybe? I thought this one that we just opened was our last one.
Yeah,
maybe
this is
not.
May.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the May one.
Alright, so we got another pin.
So this is another Bambox. Yeah, another pin. This is Twiki the robot. What is that?
This is a piece of reel from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
What? That's cool. It's Groot. It's baby Groot.
That might be the coolest thing we've ever gotten in a box.
That is really freaking cool.
Holy shit.
It contains one scene from the movie captured on 35mm film. That is incredible.
That is badass.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's really cool.
Let's see if we can... Can't really see it there. Oh my gosh, that is freaking awesome. Alright, what's this?
Ooh, War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds print. Number 489 out of 3,000, signed by the artist, who was Chris Garofalo.
I love War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds is a good book.
Yeah.
The new movie, the Tom Cruise movie, not so good.
Not
Well,
so
it's not a new movie; it's an old movie now.
It's an old movie, but the movie, meh. But ooh.
Oh, nice! All right. Last item from the box: Tom Kane, who voiced Yoda in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, signed print. Nice.
That's awesome.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I met him at Star Wars Celebration 5 or 6. I don't remember which one. Super nice guy.
So despite playing boxing, this is a freaking awesome fan box.
That dude, the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like the single frame of
oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
That's
wow.
really cool.
So thank you so much, Bambox. Terribly sorry we had to unsubscribe. It's just financially unfeasible for us at this point. But when we stop saving money,
I was gonna say once we buy a house and everything settles back down again, then maybe we can.
Yeah, that's what I'll definitely resubscribe to.
Yeah.
For sure. Highly recommend Bambox if you're not subscribed to it and you're looking for a box. Alright, that is it for tonight's episode of the Geeksiders Show. If you enjoyed it, I really hope you did. Tell us by dropping a like on it, subscribe if you haven't already, and my name is Josh.
And I'm Anna. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.